The Great Wasteland is an open-world game that is extremely realistic. However, because of that, the various mechanisms in the Great Wasteland all hold great potential. There is also a small chance of a player's summon undergoing mutations, but these things can only happen by chance. It's definitely not an exaggeration to say that such an opportunity is a 1 in a million shot. A summon that has undergone mutation will eventually become a cornerstone for the player's growth in terms of increasing their level. Killing monsters far above their current level wouldn't even be a pipe dream. Meanwhile, the blonde-haired girl is watching all the explanations on a screen. After seeing all of that, she then understands what happened to her skeleton summon, why it became so strong. She thought she must be very lucky because her summon has mutated. On the other side, the skeleton soldier was killing all the red zombie wolves present in that area with his sword, and the dead red zombie wolves were dropping loot that can be equipped and combined. After seeing that, the blonde-haired girl became excited because there is so much equipment and materials, all of which are worth money. Soon, one of the red wolf monsters had dropped near her, and because of that, she got scared. She thought the monsters were going to attack her. After looking at the monster head, she was surprised because the skeleton soldier managed to kill another red wolf that quickly. She can't even tell who is the master or the summon here, because the level 1 skeleton soldier is stronger than her. Although it's a summon that has mutated, her summoning level is still level 1, but it's ridiculous how powerful skeleton soldier is. We then witness the level 1 skeleton soldier is wiping out all the red wolves in this area. As the skeleton soldier is killing the red wolves, he has now adjusted well enough to the skeleton's body. He is thinking that these red zombie wolves in the newbie area are no longer a threat to him, and it shouldn't be a problem for him to continue surviving. As he was thinking about that, the notification window notifies him that he has leveled up. After seeing that, he ponders that he never imagined he'd be reborn into the world of the Great Wasteland, where it's recently been opened to the public like this. He soon realizes that the blonde-haired girl who summoned him must be a player. And for now, he can't communicate with her because without his vocal cords, he can't even make a sound. But what surprised him even further was this system. We then saw a system window saying, "The Divine Evolutionary System has been activated." And it looks like he'll be able to evolve continuously as long as he keeps killing monsters or players. He then ponders about the inactive strength points that can only be gained by killing bosses. He then thought strength points could be used to fortify his weapon, and it's so interesting to him. But despite participating in the beta game in his previous life, he's never heard of this being a thing. He never heard about a summon that has a system and can evolve on its own. He then questions for himself, who has reincarnated into the lowest leveled skeleton soldier, what will he eventually become after evolving? As he was thinking about that, a notification suddenly appeared behind him that said he has fulfilled the conditions to evolve upon maxing out his evolution point quota completely. It's his first evolution upon arriving in this world. The system then asked him if he wishes to use 100 evolution points to evolve into a skeleton swordsman, and since he has no other choice, he pressed the yes button to see how this system can transform him from the lowest leveled skeleton summon, and how much it will allow him to evolve. Soon, the evolution commences, and fire appeared from the system. The fire then surrounded him completely. The system then informs him that he is currently evolving, and he will be protected for 3 seconds due to the evolution. It informed him that his health, mana, including all stats, have increased by 80%. He also has obtained the weapon of a skeleton swordsman, known as the One Steel Sword. With that, the system congratulates him for evolving into a second-rank skeleton swordsman. The protagonist then looks into his system window and thinks he never would have thought that his first evolution would help him unlock so many stats. He also received a passive skill known as Swift Draw. By using Swift Draw, he will be able to utilize his steel sword more proficiently, increasing attack speed by 20%, which can help compensate for his lack of strength as a skeleton. He then swings his new sword, and the sword is perfect for him because of its long length. With this, even without techniques, his battle strength has probably risen far above that of other players. But he was worried that as a summon, if the other players realize that he has a will of his own, he will be seen as a source of heresy. Even though he doesn't wish to cause any trouble, he realizes that trouble will eventually find him sooner or later. For now, he has to get stronger as quickly as possible. Unlike those top-tier players and players in guilds, as a solo player, he must have the strength to be able to fight and survive against at least 100 people all by himself. He must become even stronger than all of them. The system then tells him to obtain evolution points quickly. After seeing the message, he thinks there is no point for him to continue killing these zombie wolves since they don't give him any more evolution points. He'll have to hunt in another location. And there is something he must make clear, and that is how much connection he will have with his owner upon reincarnating as a summon. But before all that, he must also bring her with him. In the meantime, the girl with blonde hair is engaged in a conversation with herself, contemplating the potential wealth she could amass from wolf skin, bones, and meat. She's well aware of the Great Wasteland's item-to-money exchange system, which boasts an exceptionally favorable exchange rate. Considering the recent launch of the game, she views this as her golden opportunity to accumulate substantial wealth. While lost in these thoughts, the skeleton quietly approaches her from behind, recognizing her as a newcomer to the game. Next, the blonde-haired girl gazes at him and remarks that he appears somewhat altered compared to their previous encounter, noting the transformation of his sword as well. She inquires if he has experienced a level up or something similar. She then keeps babbling about something like she is depending on him to carry her to the apex of her life. The skeleton then tries to communicate with her by using sign language. He tells her that they should go somewhere else to kill monsters. But she cries and tells him that she doesn't want to leave. This is the first time he's ever seen such a thing, her begging her own summon like that. The skeleton then thinks to himself that other players will sense that something's wrong when they realize that the monsters here have been killed within a short period of time. It's fine if it's just 1 or 2 players. What he is concerned about is if they meet a group of high-level players who are carrying their newbie guild members. There are yet to be any restrictions placed against PK players in the Great Wasteland. It's normal for anyone to be killing other players in the wild just to snatch someone else's monster kills. And if this dumb girl is killed by other players, the skeleton will probably disintegrate into pieces. But there's a way to handle newbie players like her. He then carries her into his arms and starts to leave the place. But she doesn't want to go anywhere because she will lose her money if she doesn't collect the materials. On the other hand, the skeleton soldier ponders that as a reincarnator, there's nothing left for him to hold on to in the real world. What he should be doing now is to utilize his understanding of the game's various rules and to seize the opportunity to get ahead of other players. The first kill of those hidden bosses, and those unique equipments in the game. He'll be the one to take them all. And he has decided where he will start from. Though it will be a little dangerous, it's definitely worth it. The area that's closest to the newbie area and has a hidden dungeon in it. It is known as the Ferocious Bear Mountain. It's obvious that the Big Bear monster has defeated a lot of players, and how the skeleton soldier will beat it is still unknown. The bear monster is stronger than him. In the next part, a screen pops up displaying the blonde-haired girl's current status. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it enjoyable. If you want to see the next part of this video, please let me know by liking this video and subscribing to my channel.